Yeah, basically, what you're describing there is actually a moment where somebody's attention gets captured. And we get pulled into TV series or into shorts and reels and little videos and this and that. And we think to ourselves, oh, well, I scroll a little bit, and then we end up scrolling and doing this maybe even for hours. No, because there's a very strong reward system in this, because you get so much new information and you have this curiosity for the new information. Somehow your body starts to create dopamine and it feels very satisfying, but your attention is distracted away from you. And on the long term, when you then look into how you feel afterwards, actually mostly you feel exhausted, maybe you feel dissatisfied, or you start to recognize that actually, wow, I'm starting to get addicted to a certain behavior and behavioral patterns. And it starts to appear to us as quite, let's say, unhealthy. So at a certain point, actually, you need to make a decision in yourself. I want to reclaim attention to myself. And then you start to make certain inner steps and practices to, let's say, feel the effects itself. Once, instead of looking at your screen all the time, you start to meditate. But also maybe it's important to recognize that some of this, let's say, distraction comes also from a certain avoidance. No? Because often also we maybe feel a little pain or a little stress we don't want to feel, and then we move towards looking onto our screen. So in some way, one of the places where you really gain power is when you start to allow yourself to face actually this resistance you are experiencing with the moment. There is something you don't want to feel, and you start to allow yourself to feel it and to be there. And that actually, that moment when you stay with that, when you accept that as it is, this place which for now seems to you to be a discomfort and you want to get away from it by doing other things and distracting yourself, actually when you start to allow yourself to face it, it can become a place of inner transformation. And to really apply this in a useful way, it's very helpful to learn to meditate and learn certain techniques and practices, but also what we call contemplation, where you actually observe this resistance and also this pull from you to go away from something, to not needing to feel it. But there's an incredible power when once you are able to stay with these places within yourself, which in the first moment seem like something, I want to feel something else, I want to do something else. But once you stay there and you allow it, you embrace it, and you accept it, a certain transformation will start to happen, which will have an incredible implication in your life. There will be a very deep reward on the long term when you start to do this, because you will see that most of this, let's say, dissatisfying experiences will start to be transformed into something else. And I can only invite you to face this, to see what will be the outcome, how your life actually can become transformed and more joyful and actually more, let's say, also healthy for yourself.
I'm open to whatever this day may bring. Open to see it is all a blessing. Open to lay aside all expectations, all judgments, all doubts, all hesitations. Open to let go. Open not to know.